Hi guys, welcome to Daddy and the Don. We're here to preview Leeds vs Brentford, and my guest today is Jay. So thanks for coming back on, Jay. First off, your thoughts on the previous game away at Tottenham?
Hi, Graham. Yeah, I think we were okay in the second half. Bit more adventurous, bit more forward vision passing rather than just passing in front of Tottenham like we did in the first half. I think we got unlucky with the first goal, and then we just got caught on the break when we were trying to get a goal. Um, I think that just shows the quality in the teams. I know a lot of people don't rate Tottenham, but again, we were third place runners up coming up from Championship. I think we've done well away from home. They did the same to us in the League Cup last year, just showed their quality at the end of the day. That's something that we've definitely got to work on.
So very briefly on Leeds, a lot of people, compare you and Leeds very similar, especially how you started. They are not playing as well this year, but they're still not in major trouble. If you are able to stay up, does that worry you about the second season syndrome? And just again on Leeds regarding this game, what threat do they bring, and what player do you lot need to keep out of the game?
I think when we look at the table and we say Leeds aren't in trouble, I mean, they're below us and we're 6 points away from Burnley who have a game in hand. Palace are above us with 16 points as well, and then the next team is on 19. So, and that's from 11 down. So I think any of the teams, including us, are in a definite mix there. But it's not like the Championship where Burnley could go win three on the bounce, because it don't happen in the Prem. Like, every win is hard fought and you have to deserve it, no matter what managers say if they think they played well and should have got more out of the game. Well, they didn't, did they? Like, I think second half we were really good against Spurs, but we didn't get anything out of the game because we just don't have that quality. And that's not putting the team down. That's just something Frank has said as well, is we play against world class players week in, week out. It is tough and we have to be on top of it week in, week out, including attacking and defensively. And there's a massive gap there that we've got to try and fill. And we're 12th, 6 points off Burnley, so I think we've had a really good start. And I think the same with Leeds. I don't think our styles are actually that similar. I don't know why people have that comparison, but I think this week when we play them on Sunday is the first time they've had a fullish strength squad for a long time, so I think they're going to be a real threat. But we always do well when we go to Ellen Road. I know we lost 1-0 last time we were there, but we always have a good game.
So you're starting to get players back now, slowly but surely. Josh is at training. How vital having a full squad going into Christmas is it for Brentford's chances of staying up? Because realistically, that is still the aim. Do you think you can get everyone back and add a few players in that you'll be fine, or was it too early to come to that conclusion?
I don't think it's too early to say at all, to be honest. I think everyone apart from Aya and Raya are back. I mean, I know Zanka's still out, but if Aya's back, then he's behind Zanka anyway. So really, you look at it, there's two players to come back. And he said Aya's 4 weeks away, so into the new year, Aya's back. I think Alvaro has stepped it up. I mean, I know his distribution has got a lot to be improved, but I think when we've been used to Raya, who just pings ball like he's a number 10, then, do you know what I mean? We come to expect a little bit more than we should sometimes. Alvaro wasn't brought in as a first choice keeper, he was always brought in as a reserve, so I think he had a really good game in terms of shot stopping against Tottenham. Wasn't at fault for either goal. He's got much better at commanding his box. So in terms of Raya coming back, it's much needed, but Alvaro is doing a good job so far, and all respect to the guy. But in terms of that, everyone else is back. Wissa came back, and I think me and you spoke about it. I think you're probably right. He probably deserves a start now. So, yeah, we've got players coming back, but I think there's definitely some purchases that we need to make in January. I know Joshua Silva is very close. I don't mean weeks away, but compared to where he has been, he's kind of looking like a new signing when he comes back. But yeah, we'll definitely go into the transfer market. I can't see us not signing anyone.
So I want to talk to you briefly about a couple of players. You're not the biggest fan of Charlie Good, not the biggest fan of Shannon Baptiste. Why is that? Come on, give me your thoughts on why you're not the biggest fans of these two players.
It's more to do with I haven't been impressed with what I've seen so far against Spurs. I think Charlie Good was good. I think he's growing into it. He's shown a bit more of what he can do. I think he's still I think it's more just a comparison to Aya. Like he seems to be turning into a good replacement. Like I'll always change my opinion on the player. Um, Shannon Baptiste again. I've got nothing against the guy, but it's just the way people speak about him is just I haven't seen it personally myself yet, and I don't think I'm a very stats orientated guy. And when you look at the stats, like his pass percentage isn't better than everyone, his dribbles completed isn't better than everyone. Like I don't get the hype when not now because Onyeka's playing week in week out, but especially in the beginning of the season when he got his red card and. I think Onyeka should have been playing that game, so Shandon should have never been in a position to get a red card. So yeah, I just don't see what they bring to the team extra. Obviously, they're good in what they do, and I will support every player that plays for Brentford. But there's just a little bit of over expectation, and I think I spoke to you about Fosu as well. Of why is he not getting any game time? Well, last year the guy played 49 games and scored 4 goals. So I think us as Brentford stands have a bit of nostalgia about him, but I'm not really sure where it's from, to be honest. So yeah, it's just kind of I'm always wanting players to prove me wrong and do well, but I think sometimes I just think there's a better option sometimes. In terms of Charlie Good, he's our sixth choice centre back, and we do have no other option at the moment. So he's either got to improve, which he has showed against Spurs, 100%, 100%, and he was okay against Everton as well. But yeah, his shirt is there for the taking now. So yeah, we'll see.
So regarding Leeds, what type of football is Frank going to set out? Is it going to be a very similar team that he's been playing majority of the season, or do you think he might sprung a few surprises?
To be honest, I'm begging for us to go 4-3-3 again because I just have nostalgia about how we played when we had that with the BMW, and last year with Sergi, Brian, and Tony, especially beginning of the season when Tony wasn't just scoring pens, and I don't mean that disrespectfully because the beginning half of the season is where he got most of his outfield goals from. I just think in a front three, Tony gets in the box a bit more and we put the crosses in. So I would like to see a 4-3-3. I don't think it's going to happen because I don't think it's just that easy to switch between formations in the Premier League. I think you kind of have to have your basis, and then if that has to change in a game, then you change that, when Frank does all the time. So I think we're going to see 4-3-5-2 as normal. And hopefully we'll play a little bit more because we are a little bit more used to Leeds, and they haven't brought in the players to change their squad from what we played in the Championship. Really, obviously Rafinha is a really good player. Like he's a very genuine threat, and he's back. I think Bamford's going to be back as well. So this is going to be a really strong Leeds that we're going to face, and not the Leeds that we've seen in the last few weeks who have got rolled over a little bit because they've been playing their youth team.
So regarding the game itself, how do you see it going? Key battles, where you won and lost, and what do you think the score will be, buddy?
To be honest, I think we've just got to keep Rafinha quiet, and I think we'll be okay. Pontus, obviously, a massive Leeds fan, because he was there for a long time, and Leeds still love him. So I'm sure we're going to get lots of that on the socials this week, with the Leeds fans saying he wishes he was a Brentford, back at Leeds because of the comments he said saying Leeds is a crazy big club. But that's not. I don't find that disrespectful as a Brentford fan because we know we're a small club, we know we're a local community club, and we're punching well above our weight being a bus stop in Hounslow. So I think Pontus keeping Rafinha quiet was a bit of a statement because Pontus gives his all for the club that he's playing for, and he does love Brentford as well. So I'm not saying he doesn't love Leeds, but like he obviously has an affinity with us, and we've kind of given him Premier League football where Leeds couldn't. And then it's just how Tony can torment the defence, to be honest. Jury's a little bit out on Brian. I'm a massive fan, as you know, but does Wisa get his opportunity? So I think if Wisa gets on the pitch, then there's a battle at both ends between can we keep Rafinha and Bamford quiet, and can they keep Tony and either Wisa or Mbeumo quiet? And my score prediction, I think we're going to win this one 2-0, to be honest. I think we're going to get a comfortable win.
Thanks, Jay, for coming on. Always good to hear from you. Let's hope Brentford can get a very good away win at Leeds. But that's it for this video. Thanks again, Jay, and thanks for everyone for watching. We'll see you next time.